back to the UK, Paul had purchased a sourdough starter for me. I got that activated and began working on my bread skills. The first loaf that I made didn't turn out particularly well, but I was scrolling the internet and found a recipe for sourdough croissants, and I just thought I'd give it a try. The process was very laborious from start to finish. It took me nearly 30 hours of mixing the dough, chilling it, folds, but in the end, I'm really pleased with how the croissants came out. They weren't perfect, but they definitely came out well enough that I'm happy to attempt this recipe again in the future.
that should be. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good.
Today we made the short 30-minute drive to Tewkesbury for a meeting with our accountant, so we thought we'd make a day of it. We used to live in Tewkesbury. We had a small apartment here a few years ago. It was really nice to be back again.
I'll just put it in here.
Situated on the edge of the Cotswolds, this 12th century medieval town is famous for its well-preserved black and white half-timbered buildings, narrow alleyways, riverside walks, and cultured events like the annual medieval festival. It also played a significant role in the War of the Roses. But Tewkesbury is perhaps most famous for its abbey, a beautiful, nearly 900-year-old former Benedictine monastery. Founded in 1087, it is a stunning example of Norman architecture, and it is renowned for its massive tower and beautiful stained glass windows.
Huge.
So some of these items, I'm hoping to get back to the Firefly Cottage. But I just thought I'd just share with you. Isn't this fabulous? For my gallery wall that I'm wanting to do in the living room, I love this. I love this frame. Look at how old. So I picked that up. I've removed the stickers off of these two. This one was 10 pounds. So I am thrilled about that image. And I'm going to start working with laying it out on the floor and getting a visual idea of how I'm going to have these displayed, because I'm trying to find some maybe oval embroidered pieces, and maybe like a vertical image, because I've got in my mind what I want for that wall in the living room. Whether I'm going to be able to piece everything this trip or not, I don't know. I think it's going to be something that just I work on over time. This is another one. This was, again, from a thrift store here, and this was 10 pounds. I just think the image, the colors, these are the colors that I'm going for. I'm really sorry about these reflection, guys. We've got LED lights overhead, and it's causing a lot of glare, and I apologize for that. And then the last one is this watercolor. Isn't that gorgeous? So that is a watercolor of Anne Hathaway's house near Stratford. Love it. And that one I got for 6 pounds, so I'm excited about that. Another thing, this is, we've been looking for a lamp here in the UK, and I picked up this one. This is unfortunately not vintage. I'm a little bummed about that, but I do love the little lampshade, so I think this is gonna look really nice. This was 10 pounds. The thrift stores here are definitely going up in price. I think they are pretty much everywhere. Before I left Florida, things are just increasing everywhere. And then this, not so exciting, but I picked that up. This is some recycled glass, and this was actually made in Italy. So my thinking is, you see the little spout, this is gonna be perfect for our homemade salad dressing. A couple other things. These are more related to the journaling side for me. I picked up this stamp set with some of the nature images. I love that. So that's going to go into my next journal, and that's going to be the cover. Isn't that fabulous? And you can see it's a pretty beat up book, and I don't have any issue whatsoever about taking this apart and creating a handmade journal out of it, because it's on its way out anyways. So there are some gorgeous images in here that I will include in the journal. So that was another couple of items that I've managed to snag, and I found myself an apron. So I love that. There's no way I could make one as nice as that. So that was 3 pounds, and it's brand new. So why go through all the stress of trying to sew that when I can buy it for that price? This is kind of funny. We have been doing a massive sort out, and yesterday morning, I kid you not, yesterday morning we hauled off what I deemed that we didn't need for here any longer. I even asked Paul, I said, do we need this? And he said, no. We took this to the thrift store yesterday morning and dropped it off. And last night, Jamie Oliver did a cake recipe. And as soon as Paul and I saw it, we looked at each other and said, did we drop that pan off? And sure enough, the springform pan we donated yesterday morning, and this morning we went to the thrift store and bought it back. And I would like to say that that's never happened, but it's happened more times than I want to admit. So that was funny. But yeah, this morning we were like, all right, they open at 8:30. Let's be there and see if it's still there. We didn't actually expect it to still be there, but anyways, it goes for a good cause. It's a hospice charity. So we bought it back. So I am going to be doing a pear and almond cake with a orange syrup. And I'm excited about that. So bought that back. And then when we were in Tewkesbury, I wanted a merino jumper sweater, and I picked this up there. So I'm delighted about that because it's much cheaper to find the merino wool here than it is in the United States. So I went ahead and spent the money and bought one, because these are supposed to be really good for, they're good for warmth and also for traveling in. And while I was there, they had the shortbread, the Walker's shortbread on clearance. So we picked this up. We didn't need it, but who can resist shortbread, right?